I am here for your Oh My High website reviews. I was live last week, I think, maybe, but we are rolling right into May. So excited to be here 2 times this month to do some website reviews, making sure we're popping in where we need to be popping in. Perfect. Hello. I'm so excited to be here to do 3 website reviews for you today. Like I said, my name is Sammy, and I am a digital marketing strategist and a huge fan of everything Oh My High and Becky and Jeremy. And so excited to come here and kind of review. Really, what I'm looking for is, do I understand what you do? If you can solve a problem for me, is it easy to navigate your homepage? Am I getting what I need to make a decision? Is it user friendly? That's what we're looking for here today in these reviews. Some kind of basic information. But one of the things that I love so much about Oh My High is the fact that they are so here for you. They're here for you as the user, as the builder. They want to make sure your website is as successful as possible. So while I come here and talk kind of website strategy inside of the Oh My High community, if you're not already in there, which you should be, there are all sorts of resources and things available to you, but also my dear friend Lisa Duck goes live in Zoom multiple times a month to help you build your website. So I really love partnering with Oh My High and doing this because they really just hold you, help you through the process, make sure that you're going to be successful, that you're going to get your website up and launched, and start growing your business regardless of industry or the size of your business or the size of your team. So excited. I do this every single time when I'm trying to pull it open so I can see the comments. Really excited to be here to go through 3 websites today. So without further ado, we're going to jump right in. If you're watching this live, make sure you say hey so I know I'm not hanging out here alone. If you are watching the replay and you have questions or comments, please be sure to leave those in there as well so I can get to you once this is over. But I'm going to, sorry if I'm looking back and forth. I have multiple screens. I don't have as fancy of a setup as Becky does. And clearly have not fully moved into my office. So let's jump right in to the first website we have here. Okay. And we are going to start off with Laurel's Bookshelf. We're going to start at the top. So here we are. Hi, Robin. Glad to see you here. Thanks for saying hi. Okay, so here in the announcement bar, have you taken our new book quiz yet? Give it a try here. And the here is hyperlinked. So I'm so sorry, guys. I love that here is like you have a hyperlink in your announcement bar. But the have you taken our book quiz yet? Instead of saying give it a try here, I would maybe add something like, what is the end result? Like, what am I going to get? Because book quiz can be pretty vague. I know I'm going to get some book recommendations, but is it for my child? Is it for a specific age range? Like, what kind of books are we looking at? So maybe give a little bit more about the win they're going to receive here. So instead of give it a try here, maybe say something. Oh, hold on. This is the joy of being a parent. The son is texting to see if he has an away tennis match today. Okay, we're back. Okay, so maybe say something like, find the best books for your 6 to 12-year-old or your teenager or whatever. Give them a little bit more about what the end result is, what the value add is, or like what type of book would be best suited for your child or something like that. This is great. I love how clean this looks, but maybe give them something specific as far as what that result is that they're going to get from taking that quiz. Love how clean your navigation is. Again, instead of take our book quiz, maybe say like find out your reading style, something that gives them the end result. And then this behind the books, that's your blog. I would just say blog. We don't need to really be too descriptive with that. We want to make sure it's easy for people to understand as well. And then here with social media, I have a love-hate relationship with social media in the header. The reason being if I'm like, oh, I want to check Laurel out on Facebook and I click on it, if I don't really know much about Laurel or I haven't connected with her or her website or the problem she's solving yet, I might go to Facebook and then all of a sudden I'm on this and now this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing, and all of a sudden I've forgotten how I even got to Facebook in the first place and I don't come back to your website. So I personally prefer to have social media in the footers. But if, you know, if you want to keep them there, that's fine. I just like to always share that. Okay. Build a bookshelf they love. I love this as a line. I love this graphic here and your image. Super clear. I totally understand that you sell books. That's very easy for me to understand at the beginning. The only thing I mean, I can kind of discern that it's kids, that you're selling kids, and I know Paper Pie, but you might also want to make it specific, like who is the they, build a bookshelf your children will love, or something like that. Little tweaks like that can make a big difference with people continuing on your website. Books that inspire and grow with them. A well-loved bookshelf isn't just Okay, I love that you have this bolded. We make it easy to find books your family will love. Yep. Okay. This is great. Shop for books. And I love that you have this little disclaimer here, like click the button to shop with me on the official Paper Pie site. So you haven't mentioned Paper Pie anywhere, but if I'm here and I'm like, I'm going to shop for books, I just love that you have that here. It just makes it super clear. This button is super clear. Great. Explore and shop. Okay, so when I saw this, I get what you're going for as far as the different types of ways that you serve your customers, and I think that that's fantastic. However, I'm curious because you say discover books, toys, and games for every age, stage, and season. So I just wonder what it might look like if you categorize these by age group versus type of product that you sell. And you might just want to test this because there's two things. Like I kind of went back and forth with this. Because number one is like if I want to come for books or I want to come for toys and games, maybe I would want to be able to kind of pick and choose. But also, I might just want to shop for, like, I might not even think I want toys and games. I might be coming to you for books, but I'm shopping for like a first, second, third grader, right? Now, when I go and look at what's there for that age group, now I might see toys and games that I would have never shopped for in the first place. And now I kind of have more variety of things to look at that I might not have thought of before. So same with like books, like maybe I'm coming for toys and games and all of a sudden I see the book. So you might want to test it or like ask your audience or kind of think about that. But because you say like for every stage, age, stage, and season, I would love to see this match what you have here because I love it so much. And if I'm a busy mom who's shopping for things for my kids, I kind of want to go by, I don't know, I would personally want to shop by my age group versus like type of category. Now, again, test it, maybe talk to more of your audience to see what they think. I love having personalized picks here. I love that you have the quiz here again, reinforcing that and having that as an option for people. So I don't know, maybe there's 3 different age groups you could serve, and then talk about personalization. Just a suggestion. Again, I don't think this is bad at all, but just maybe a different way to think about it depending on how you engage and interact with your audience. Because then again, yeah, you talk about it here, books for every age, every stage. So thinking about how do we reinforce the messaging in the way that we talk to our customers consistently through the website so people don't have to think about it. We're not all of a sudden switching things up. It's easy for them to process. They know what's coming. They know what's happening. They're kind of moving on. Okay, then I love this. Sign up for handpicked book recommendations, simple reading tips, freebies, and exclusive updates right to your inbox. Again, this is great. The only thing you could potentially add is if you want to talk about how often you're going to be emailing them. But this is super clear as far as what you're going to be sharing. Again, great image. Visually, it shows me really quickly. You sell books. You work with kids. Love these photos as well. I'm kind of like, what is that mug? I want to know what that mug is because it's so cute. It looks like it keeps things hot for a very long time. So you'll have to message me and let me know what that is. Hi, I'm Casey, named after my daughter. Okay, I love that you talk about the inspiration for where the name came from. Ending illiteracy, love that. Love that you talk about how you're a librarian. That builds trust and makes people know that you're an expert in what you're doing. Yeah, I think this is great. And I assume this goes to your About Us page. So love these photos. Perfect. Wouldn't change any of that. And then again, hyperlink everything in your footer. I'm sure these are hyperlinked, yes. But hyperlink this and hyperlink this so that you can make it easy for people to connect with you if they're on a mobile device. But overall, I think this is great. I love the colors. The font is super easy to read. I think that the only thing that might be missing here would be information about PaperPie specifically, like a section that talks about what PaperPie is in case somebody's new. But otherwise, I think this is fantastic. Just cleaning up some of the messaging and being more consistent with some of that, giving people the value add. What are they going to get when they do this thing? Because we want them to give us their information so we can follow up with them. So what are they going to get for that? What's the value they're going to get for that? So they don't feel like they're just giving you your email address and they're going to get spammed. But I think overall, this looks great. You've got a really, really, really good start. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And we're going to go, one of these times in between these sessions, I'm going to figure out how to set my permissions so that Vimeo will let me share my whole window. But right now, it doesn't like it. So we're just going to go back and forth. Okay, here we go with, here we go, the Sparkle Bright Collective. Okay, so love the header at the top. Shine your light with confidence, beauty, wellness, and fun for every busy life. I mean, immediately I'm kind of connected. I'm like, okay, yeah, I have a busy life and I want all of those things. So I'm definitely connected. Love the photos. I don't know that I necessarily understand this one, but maybe it's like, it might just be cropped funny. I don't know. You might just want to think about recropping that one. The thing off the bat with this, Bethany, I would think about the colors. I'm pretty sure this would not pass a contrast test. It's really hard for me to read. And it's really kind of, the color contrast between the white and the text. And then even down here, this bright, bright color. We want to make it easy for people. So I would maybe think about the colors. I think the formatting is fine and the language is fine. But let's maybe play with the colors that we're using here so that it's easier for people to consume. Love this stuff that you have personal connection, easy for me to kind of immediately connect with you and think I want to know more. Love this. I believe that self-care should be simple, fun, and effective. Okay, and this is great too. Whether you're looking for effortless beauty solutions, wellness tips that fit your busy schedule, or inspiration to nourish your body and mind, you're in the right place. And I love this because you're talking about different things, but in all of your language, you are still talking about kind of a common theme in that we're going to take care of ourselves. We're going to, make sure we have self-care. We're going to make sure that we're healthy, that we look great, that we feel great. So I think all of that is great. Let's make feeling good and looking great a part of your daily routine without the overwhelm. Yeah, very simple proposition. The only thing that I would say is I have no idea what you do from the beginning, right? I have no idea if there's anything here that connects to me. So this whole part of your homepage is very much about you and how you approach life. And I think that that's fantastic. We want to include that on the homepage. We might want to move it down just a little bit and have at the top instead, like how you're going to support them. What are you doing to provide value to the people that are landing on your page? Because remember, the more and more you do the things that Becky and Jeremy are teaching you, that Lisa's helping you with, the more organic traffic you're going to get to your website. Like that's the goal, right? So it's people that don't know you and don't know what you do, but they've come across you because somebody shared your website or a search term that somebody's used or a blog post that they've connected with. And so here, I don't know anything about how you're going to help me. And I, as a website viewer, am a very selfish person. I want to know what's in it for me. I do eventually want to know about you and care about you and want to know that I can connect with you. But at the beginning, I want to know, how are you going to solve a problem that I have? So maybe let's push this down a little bit and add kind of that value proposition at the beginning so people can see kind of how you're supporting them and why diving deeper into your website is going to provide value to me as a consumer. The life and times of me. Did these link to, so these link to your Instagram. Again, this is great. I would push this down. because again, this is showcasing stuff about you, and we want to make sure at the beginning people care that you understand them first. All things beauty. I love these images. I love these quick blurbs. Like these are super easy for me to process and pay attention to. It looks like the images are hyperlinked. I would add a button or a link below all of these that also are linked. I think these are linked. But when I'm scrolling, I'm looking for these big buttons like this. Like if you could have one underneath each of these, I think that would be great. Again, this green is a little hard to read. Yeah, and it looks like these go to other pages. So that's fantastic. I think that's fine. Link to all things beauty, maybe change that to say something like check out my favorite beauty products, or like all of my favorite beauty, I don't know, something about that. I do love how you have consistency here with like these all things, yada yada, all things this, all things that. I think that's really smart and great branding. So I love all things happy and healthy. Yep. I'm all about living my happiest, healthiest life, which is why I chose Amari's Happy Juice. Yeah, it gives me the extra boost to be my best self. Yep, I think this language is all great. Links to all things happy and healthy. Okay, so yeah, whatever language you use for these buttons, I would keep those consistent as well. Just like you have all things. So maybe that's what you do. Maybe you just, I don't even think you need to have links linked to. I think you can just say all things happy and healthy, all things bookish, all things beauty, whatever it said at the top. Keep that consistent. All things bookish. Yeah, in 2021, I was able to make a life change, start my own book business from home. Okay, so again, I think these types of statements are great. Would be great blog posts as far as like how you got into it. Great on the About Me page. But if I'm going to click on all of these links to see like the different products, like I want to know first more about me. So instead of saying like, did you know that I love to read? You could put that down in here. So maybe here it's like something about like a book club, or like creating, like how to finding your favorite book is always so difficult. Here's some tips for how you can do that. And then you have some information about you and how you love to read. And then it pulls through into like how you can support them in finding things here with your book business. Because I love that you're giving people different categories of how to connect with you. So we just need to deepen that connection. How are we going to connect with the people that are there? And yes, it is about you. It is about how you engage. It is about your personal brand. But let's maybe flip it into the way that you make them feel versus them getting to know you right away. So how do you want people to feel when they shop with you? How do you want people to feel when they connect with you? How do you want people to feel when they walk away from your website? You want them to feel like they've got a best friend, or they've got a cozy blanket and they're on the couch and they're reading a book, whatever it might be, right? That's kind of the way that you want to frame the words, so that you're targeting that person and let them know like, hey, I've got you. I'm holding you. You're in this space. This is my space, but we are here together and we are going to have so much fun together, like reading these books, and you're going to have the best recommendations that you've ever had. Okay, catch up on the blog. Yep, these are great. Again, I think this color is just throwing me for a loop, but otherwise all of this is great. I love that you this is one of the things that I'm terrible at, is like taking pictures of myself. And I love that you just have your face all over the place, because it's also that repetitiveness is going to help people connect with you. Great. Let's connect. Join my email list to hear about new releases, specials, and giveaways. Okay, so I love this. How many cups of coffee I drank in the week? Yeah, I want to know. Yeah, this is great. Plus, stay up to date with all my mom tips, favorite places to visit, and how many cups. This is definitely the place where you want to have this personalization. To hear about new releases of what? Because except for, and I know that it's newer, I think that you've added additional companies, but except for right here, I don't know what products you're going to be sharing with me. And you didn't talk about books in here at all. So maybe you're working on adding that. But I would be specific here again. hear about new releases from Color Street, pharmacy, whatever, right? Like be very specific here because again, we scroll. So we want to make sure we aren't ever assuming that people read every single part of our homepage or any page for that matter. We want to make it easy for them that wherever they land, they have all the information that they need to make that decision. Join the list. That goes probably to another form. Now, I love that you have this, and I'm sure Becky and Jeremy do too. Love my website. Get your own Oh My Hi. That's fantastic. And then hyperlink this. Yeah, for sure. Hyperlink this so that it's easy for people to connect. And then, Lisa, if you're listening, I'm not 100% sure, but can you remind me? We might want to check in with Becky. If we're sharing affiliate links on our website, we typically have to have a disclaimer somewhere that says that there is an affiliate link on that page. So we might want to triple check and come up or share some best practices there. I don't know if you guys have those already that I just don't know about, but this is an affiliate link. So we want to make sure that we're sharing that is an affiliate link and that you do earn a commission. So Lisa, please, pretty please remind me. So yeah, I think that the content is great. Let's just think about it from the visitor's perspective first, and let's play with the colors and the fonts just to make sure that it's easy for people to read. Okay, stop sharing. Does anybody else sing talk when they're like multitasking, or is that just me? I'm sure it's very embarrassing to my daughter who can hear me when she's working. Okay, let's get to our last one. Here we go. Okay, we are here with Amber's. Okay, let's start at the top. Now, again, similar to Bethany's, this background is just, it's super pretty and definitely has a place. But thanks. I'm glad I'm not alone. Diana, that you sing talk. Thank you. Okay, so I love this watercolor background, but it's really, really hard to read anything that's on here. The other thing you might want to consider is this font. It's also a little bit, I love it. It's beautiful, but hard to read when it's like body text. It doesn't bother me so much in buttons, but you just might want to think about it, ask some people. It's a little bit tricky to read. So, okay, so nosy, want to be in the know, always want to be in the know, always text me at, okay, so hyperlink this so that it's SMS semicolon and then the phone number, so that's easy for people. And then you say, check out the newest blog and products. Okay, so I would not do 2 calls to action in the same place. Would either have the text or have the check out my newest blogs and products. And even in there, check out my newest blog or check out products. People have decision fatigue. We don't want to give them too many things to do at once. So what's the most important thing that you want to do? Is it more important for them to go check out your blog and you have really good calls to action on your blog page? Or is it more important to get them on your text message thread? Like, what is the thing that is the priority? Have one thing up in that announcement bar. Otherwise, you're going to make people have to think too hard. And then these are all great. Again, maybe play with the font a little bit. Okay, what's up? I'm Amber, helping you fill your life and your home with, okay. I love the language that you have here because it's very clear. I love this line, because life is way too short to stink. You might, this is super nitpicky, want to like, and again, it depends on the size of the screen that people are on, but you might want to put this down on the next line just so that if people are scrolling, they see it. It's a great, great line. Whether you're here to shop, start a fundraiser, or maybe even join my Scentsy family, you're in the right place. Let's make life smell a little sweeter together. I love these buttons are great. These graphics are great. Yep. All good, because you're basically telling people you're going to help their life stink less, literally. So that's very clear. And it's very clear what you sell. A little about me. They're finding your next scent. Yes, you okay. Why not request your own sample pack and scent of the month guide? I mean, it's free for why, so why not? Okay, so this is great. I love this make your mail smell better, but not for a button. I think that that's great for a tagline for you. Oh, tag. Did you just hear the Iowa come out in me? Holy cow. Or the Minnesota. Yikes. Okay. Make your mail smell better. That's like I have to make a mental leap into like, okay, oh, I'm getting a sample pack, so my mail's gonna smell better. Don't make people work that hard. I think it's a great tagline that you can use in a lot of different things, but for this button, keep it simple. Request a sample, right? Because if I'm scrolling and I just see the button, but I haven't already read this, yeah, let's keep it simple. But I love this photo. That's super cute. Great. Why Scentsy? Yeah, I mean, this is fine. I mean, if you have more language about like the unique signifier, like what makes Scentsy a little bit more unique, you could totally do that. What my friends are saying, love this. I have not actually seen any testimonials on a homepage that I've reviewed yet. So I love that you have them here. I love that they're graphic like this and very specific. The only thing, this looks like an image, not a big deal, especially with the testimonial, but because it's an image and not like text on the website, it can't be scanned by search engines. The other thing is make sure you have a really good alt text for this image or captions, because if I'm using an e-reader or if I am visually impaired, I will have no idea what this says because it's just an image. So it's just going to read what you put in as the alt text. So even if you put in the alt text to say testimonials from clients, that's all they're going to hear and they're never going to get this actual information. So just something to think about. These look great, but if there's a way to still do something graphic but have the text as like part of the website, I think it would be better all around as far as a user experience goes. Plus, I'm not sure, like on a mobile device, I haven't looked at this on a mobile device. My guess is that it shrinks up pretty small, so it might be pretty hard for people to read. But love that you're doing testimonials because literally I have not seen any website with a testimonial of the ones that I've reviewed yet. See more happy reviews, love that. How does my life, this like makes, this cracks me up. I love it because it's attention grabbing. Check back weekly to see what scents I'm using and where. Take a sneak peek into my, okay, so now again, like let's just not make people work too hard. Okay, wait, I wanna back up. Love the watercolor background here. Like this makes total sense versus at the top where it was too busy. This is totally fine here. I think it fits, it works. It's not like making it too hard for me to see anything. Oh, you've done lots of things right, Amber. Stop it. But let's not make people work so hard. So check back weekly. So is it, there's no link to your blog here. So I would love if this image linked. Yeah, but I love that you're sharing different smells because for me, like that's the hardest thing with Scentsy is I have no idea what things smell like. So I love that you're like talking about it weekly in your blog. I think that's a great topic to see what scents you're using, how you're using them. So even just like remove this and just put a button here that just says blog or like to my blog, whatever that might be. Just to keep it super simple and that's super visual. I love this graphic. But again, maybe think about if you could do like 2 columns and do like this picture on the left and like this as text on the right. My guess is that you use this graphic somewhere else in other places. And I think that this is fantastic for things like social media or something else. And I don't know, this is also a question for Lisa, because I don't know for sure. If you can just have like whenever you put a new blog post, if you can have that automatically populate here, then you wouldn't even have to have this graphic. You could just say, how does my life smell? And have that that first blog post there all the time. That just gets updated automatically when you update your blog. That would be even better. I don't know if that is possible. So we'll have to double check on that. But yeah, button. Let's stay connected. Okay. You also lost me here. So let's stay connected. Got questions, want to sample, maybe just want to chat about which scent smells like your favorite childhood memory. I'm your girl. Okay, number one, I love this. But I don't know what I'm getting when I sign up. So if I have a question, how do I submit that question to you? If I want a sample, am I automatically going to get a sample when they fill this out? And if I just want to connect and send you a question or like answer this, like how do I do that? So again, I'm not trying to say people are doing things wrong or incorrect. I'm just looking at all of these things from the lens of somebody who doesn't intimately know your business or doesn't, you know, like I'm just a random person who's coming to your website to show you kind of like these are the things that might be confusing to me. So this section should be, what value am I going to get if I get on your newsletter? What value am I going to get on a regular basis? This is great. And if you're sending samples and stuff, but that might be a separate form so that you might have additional questions about like their preference, or I don't know how you handle your samples, but I would assume that you maybe have a couple questions about what types of scents they like so that you can send them something that would align with kind of their preferences. Maybe, I don't know. So I think this is great, but I think this is different from a newsletter sign up, and that this might be a separate form that you might want people to fill out to give you some additional information so that you can connect with them. But love the background. It's very visual, very appealing. Follow me on Instagram. You do such a good job of taking pictures of yourself. I'm so jealous. Okay. And I love this. I love that you're specific about, hey, I'm in Ohio. I help people nationwide and love working with locals. Yes, I think that that's all fantastic. Again, love the watercolor here in the footer. I think here it totally works. Hyperlink the phone number and the email. But yeah, I think you do a good job of weaving the story of like, I'm going to, make sure that your smell represents you. I think it's clear. I think your formatting is great. Let's just maybe play with the font a little bit. Definitely change this background, and just continue to play with that messaging. I think that this line, because life is too short to stink, is like your motto. I don't know if it is your motto, but it's the thing that connected most with me. Doesn't mean that that's the thing that connects the most with everybody. But like playing on that branding of like, hey, like, it's hard to figure out the smell. Like, let me help you like move through that process faster, or like tell me about your life and I can kind of that how you can help them speed up the process to get to the end result, which is I want to have a house or a car or an office or whatever that I feel cozy, comfortable in, that smells great and feels like me. I feel like this line is the line that you can like kind of play with as far as your branding. I think it's super fun. So I think, oh, did I stop my share? Let's see, where are we at? Yes. That is all for me today. We have 3 websites that we did. We'll have 3 more in a couple of weeks. We're doing 2 of these in the month of May. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to these. If you're watching the replay, no worries. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer them afterward. Don't forget, if you are currently an Oh My High customer, to make sure you're in the Oh My High users community, that you're checking out Lisa's live support calls, because she will help you build the website that you need. She'll help you with all the tech stuff. She walks you through everything that you need to know to keep things done. And that's honestly one of the things that I love most about Oh My High, is the fact that they are here for you, not just selling you a thing and then having you figure it out on your own. So make sure you check that out. And thank you all for being here. I will see you in a couple weeks. Happy Monday. Have a great week.